Hello friends and welcome to today's video where, hear me out, okay? We're doing a new type of video. We're going to be doing like a tier list video because I've always wanted to do one and I finally just asked Bean, shout out to Bean, Bean you're amazing, but I asked the bestie Bean how to make a tier video, like how to edit it, and she was like, it's super simple, this is all you have to do. So that's what's gonna happen today. I hope you're excited, I hope you're ready, because frankly, I'm very excited to do it. So in my very first, my number one tier making video, here's what I decided. I was thinking about this video, right? And I was like, what should I do as like my first one? I thought about doing just like a random boy group ranker or like girl group ranker, and then I was like, that's a boring, that's basic. Maybe one day, like definitely one day, but not today. And I decided for the first ever tier video on this channel, we're gonna rate the various HYBE releases of the 2020s. Now, before I actually start like showing you my laptop screen, I am gonna warn you, this is just my opinion. You can disagree with every single space that I put every single song in, because as that Bean got me always says, music is subjective, and that is great. Also, for what it's worth, this is not actually like every single HYBE title. I did most of them for what it's worth. There's like 45 songs here, but I decided I didn't want to do all of them just because I don't care about a lot of them, and I didn't feel like dealing with it. Okay, hopefully I did this right. If I didn't, only Bean is allowed to yell at me. Anyway, as you can see, here's the tier list I made. It has all these songs before anyone says, why did you do lyric things for your songs? I would not be able to clock every single music video on site, and I figured if I'm gonna do some lyric ones, I should just do all of them. So that's why we did it that way. Also, yes, this is in a weird order. We're not gonna go in the order it's in. I'm just gonna go in whatever order I feel like. Alrighty, first though, let's start with the tiers, okay? Tier S, okay, is Shiny Level Slay. That's like, you would be on an odd album level song. There's not going to be many on here that are that level, but there are going to be a few. Do not be upset if your song doesn't make it here. This is like for the cream of the crop, like the number one of all time, okay? Next tier, quite iconic. This one, pretty self-explanatory. It's quite iconic, but it's not a Shiny Level Slay. Then, She's Good. She's Good is just like, she's good. She's not great, but she's pretty good. Acceptable is going to be the tier for, she's acceptable. I don't really like it. I don't really plan on listening to it, but it doesn't hurt me. I see the vision is like, I get what you were going for, but you didn't quite do what I wanted you to do, and I'm kind of disappointed. Sleepy Headache is a very specific one that I've had in my mind to make a tier list ever. Like, there was going to be a Sleepy Headaches tier in whatever first tier list video I made. This tier, oh my god, I can't speak English. This tier is just for songs that are either really boring or give me a headache. No other songs will be going here. Lastly, I Will Leave You in the Bathtub with an Aspirin and a Razor Blade. This is a reference to House of Cards, where, oh my god, I forgot his name, Kevin Spacey leaves what's-his-name's character in the bathtub with an aspirin and a razor blade and said he's either kill yourself or get your life together. This tier is for the songs that that make me want to kill someone, that make me want to commit violence. So this is not a good tier to be in. Unfortunately, some songs will be here. Alright, what are we going to start with? Let's start with something that I consider a Shiny Level Slay. Let's begin with a Shiny Level Slay. Mago by Yoda Chingu. Absolutely a Shiny Level Slay. Yoda Chingu decided to go out with one of their best titles ever, and I love it with all my heart and soul. I will literally die for this song. It is absolutely a Shiny Level Slay. Next, let's do Future Perfect. Future Perfect can be I See the Vision. It's not quite Sleepy Headache, but like, it's also not quite I Will Leave You in the Bathtub with a Razor Blade and an Aspirin. It can get there, but it's also not acceptable either. So it can go and I See the Vision. I get what they were going for. It's just not for me. Next up, I want to stress I'm literally doing these on a moment's notice. Let's go with Good Boy Gone Bad. Sleepy Headache. Actually, no, I lied. I Will Leave You in the Bathtub with a Aspirin and a Razor Blade. I hate this song. This song makes me want to commit violence on quite literally all of society. I can't stand it. It makes me want to, yeah, commit violence. Let's see. We haven't done a Bangtan song yet, so let's go with Dynamite. I would say Dynamite is quite iconic, not just for what it managed to achieve, which is also quite iconic, but also just like as a song, it is very, very good. I would consider it one of their last good titles. So yeah, it can be quite iconic. Let's see, what's another group we haven't done yet? Let's do Tuxed, okay? No, we did Tuxed, I lied. Let's do Ruby. Hear me out. This is gonna be controversial. I think Ruby is quite iconic, and not as a song, but just as an energy. Like, as a song, it's not that great. I am a Jihoon stan. I do not have to defend that, but It's just the energies of this song. Like the Pass Me a Coke Zero to Calm Down. Oh shit, this is Red too. Iconic. Like she's quite iconic. She can be quite iconic. Now for an actual group we haven't done, let's go with Anti-Fragile by LE SSERAFIM. Anti-Fragile is a shiny level slay. I'm obsessed with that song. I'm sorry, like, musically it probably should go in quite iconic or she's good, but just the energy of it, it's such a slay song. It has to be a shiny level slay. Next one is already placed because I fucked up. DM by Fromis9, shiny level slay. Absolutely. Like, I'm sorry. That is one of the greatest songs of 2022. I will die on that hill. I will not be convinced otherwise. I love that song. Absolute slay. We need something to go in the acceptable tier, so we're gonna do Drunk Days. Drunk Days is acceptable. I don't really like it all that much, but I also, it's not like so bad that I'll turn it off. Like, it's an acceptable song. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I'll just accept its existence. Let's do a New Jeans song next. HYBE is absolutely being left in the bathtub with a razor blade and an aspirin. I can't stand that song. Hear me out. As a song itself, it should definitely be in Sleepy Headaches, don't get me wrong. I can't put it there for moral reasons. It's such a popular song that it makes me angry to an irrational degree, so it absolutely is being left in the bathtub with a razor blade and an aspirin. I just realized we never did our 17 like group-wide songs, so where are the 17 songs on here? Ready to Love, she's quite iconic. If you ask me, at the very least, like, hear me out. Not to spoil anything, but like, given the fact that it is not my favorite song they released that year, it's just, I would theoretically put it as a shiny level slay if it was the only song they released that year, but it just got overshadowed, so it can be quite iconic. Who should we do next? Let's do Sugar Rush Ride. I would say Sugar Rush Ride is good. To be fair, I have Stockholm myself into thinking she's quite iconic or even a shiny level slay, but I do have to be somewhat objective in this video, and like, objectively speaking, she's good, but I don't think she's quite iconic just because the chorus really brings it down for me. What should we do next? Let's do Black Swan next. I'm gonna say Black Swan can be... I'm debating between acceptable and she's good. I'm gonna put her in acceptable. I don't really like Black Swan. I think it's kind of boring if you ask me, and I'm not the biggest fan of it. So like, she's acceptable, I just don't really seek her out ever. We need some men in the shiny level slay. So Tamed Dashed, absolute shiny level slay. I love that song. It was, when I did my top 10 songs of 2021, I put it in the like male artist section because I'm obsessed with that song. I consider it HYBE's best song to date. I love it so much. I want them to go back to making songs like that with all my heart and soul, and I'm so disappointed they haven't done it yet, and I have visions for 2023, and I want it to happen. Who are we gonna do next? Let's do Cookie next. Cookie is also being left in the bathtub with an aspirin and a razor blade because I hate it. Like, HYBE musically should be in Sleepy Headache. Cookie as a song deserves to die. Like, that is the most boring song I've ever heard. I'm so sorry if that's your favorite song ever, but like, I can't stand that song and it makes me upset. While we're here, we're doing Attention to. Attention can be a Sleepy Headache because we don't have anything there yet. Attention to me as a song, it's fine, but like, it's quite boring and I don't really like it all that much, so it can be a Sleepy Headache. What are we gonna do next? Life Goes On is also a Sleepy Headache, honestly. That song gives absolutely nothing. Like, it couldn't have given less if it tried. I consider the Beat album, honestly, to be kind of a flop musically, but I haven't reviewed Beat. Spoilers for if I ever review it. But I consider that album kind of boring. Life Goes On, especially, like, as a title, pretty boring song. Sleepy Headache for sure. Let's see, we haven't done a Yojo Chingu song in a while, so let's put Crossroads in quite iconic. Hear me out, okay? I'm a Yojo Chingu supremacist. I think they deserved better than they got when HYBE took over, and just in general from the general public. So, like, I will always be fighting for them, but also Crossroads is a great song, and I will not be convinced otherwise. We might as well do the last Yojo Chingu song while we're here. Once I find it in this, there it is, it's Apple. Apple can go and she's good. I think of their 2020 releases, Apple is the weakest of, was it 2020 or 2020? What? Oh my god, I have no memory. Don't worry about it. Of that year, of their final year, I would say it was 2021. And I would say, no, it wasn't. I give up. I don't know. It was a year. But my point is, Apple, I would say, is the weakest of those three. I'm just not, like, I would listen to Mago and Crossroads over Apple any day if you ask me. So, like, she's still good, don't get me wrong, but she's not iconic. Let's knock out another artist while we're here. Busok Soon's Fighting is... I'd say acceptable. I don't think she's that great. Like, it's definitely already de-grown on me since it came out. I know I, like, just reviewed it a week ago or something. But as of right now, I'm just not the biggest fan of it anymore. And I don't love it. So, yeah. What's next? Let's do another 17 song. World, quite iconic. I really like World. Part of it is that it came after Hot, and spoiler alerts, I didn't like Hot. But I also just really like World. Like, World is just so fun and bright and happy, and I really like it. We're gonna do Darling while we're here, and she's gonna go and She's Good, because, like, hear me out. The Bestie has visions for this song. I do not have those same visions, and frankly, I feel like it could have been a better song, but it is still good, so she can be in the She's Good category. Let's do more from us. Stay This Way, quite iconic. It's a great song. I do love it. It's not Shiny Level Slay. It's no DM, but it is still very, very good. Also, while we're here, Talk and Talk is also quite iconic. I really like that song too. It has grown on me over time. I wasn't like the biggest fan of it when it came out, but it's grown on me. I like it a lot more now. So yeah, it can be quite iconic as well. Alright, I think it's time. The one and only newest song is a Shiny Level Slay. First, just as a song, it's great. But also, as like their last real release, yes, I know they had one comeback after this. No, it's not here because it makes me depressed. But Inside Out, A is an amazing song, but B, just like, for it to be their final real release as a group is a power move. It's like Mago. Like, they have very similar energies to them, and they're absolute slay. Next is going to be Blue Hour. That's another Shiny Level slay. Blue Hour is, in my opinion, yeah, I would say it's their best title, just like as a song itself, best title. It's such a bop, and to just know it was followed by 2 years of garbage is so upsetting. But yeah, Shiny Level slay for Blue Hour. We need more violent energy here, so let's go with Hot. Hot gets left in the bathtub with an aspirin and a razor blade. I consider Hot 17's one and only bad title, which is ironic because it's the most popular one, but like it's so bad. I don't know why people liked it so much. It's absolute garbage in comparison to their other music. I can't stand it. I refuse to listen to it. It's going in the bathtub with an aspirin and a razor blade. Let's do another Bonkan song. Yet to Come, Sleepy Headache. It's boring. It literally is so boring. It has nothing going on. I can't stand it. I just sneezed halfway through speaking, which is the most obnoxious thing when you film something like this, because I don't remember where this went and I don't want to put it back. So my universe is staying in I See the Vision, because I already put it there. But yeah, I See the Vision for my universe. I understand why people liked it. It's just... honestly, I could put it in Sleepy Headache, and I feel like it would apply there too. But that tier is getting very Bonkan heavy, so it can go when I See the Vision, because I do see the vision, I just don't like it. Let's do Home Run next. Hear me out. Home Run I'm going to put in quite iconic, but I have a reason for that. Hear me out. Not really a reason, just like an explanation, a caveat, if you will. I never listened to Home Run, because whenever I go to listen to the Semicolon album, I'll listen to like Do Re Mi and then move on with my day. Do Re Mi, absolute Shiny Level slay for what it's worth. But Home Run itself, I never listen to her, but when I do, it's so good and it manages to hit so perfectly that I know I should listen to it more. But like, it's so good, but I don't listen to it enough. We are running out of songs, so let's do Cheers next. I hate Cheers. It's going in the bathtub with an aspirin and a razor blade alongside Hot, because this song sucks. I'm so sorry. Like, Change Up, the original Leaders song, was fine, but it wasn't great. And by comparison, Cheers, absolute menace to society. Also, for what it's worth, I know you can't tell, but like they're all wearing this style of hat, and that's entirely why I picked this picture. Like when I Googled just Cheers lyrics for the image, I saw a different one, and then I saw this like in my periphery, and I was like, no. The hat energy, we need to have it. Next up, let's do Give and Taken. Give and Taken can go in good. Like, it's not great, but it's pretty good. And also, it's one of the better HYBE titles. I would consider it probably their second best title. So yeah, she's good. Let's do Can't You See Me next. Can't You See Me? No, I'm going to say she's also good because when it came out, don't get me wrong, like at the time of release, I considered that Toast's worst title. But it's gotten so much worse since then that she's good now. Like, I listened to it the other day because I listened to their whole discography the other day, and it was actually a pretty good song. It was not as bad as I remember it being, so yeah, she can go in the She's Good category. Let's see. Permission to Dance, Sleepy Headache. That song gives absolutely nothing. Like, I could actually put it in I See the Vision, but it doesn't belong there for moral reasons. Like, that song is one of the most soulless things I've ever heard in my life. It's one of those things, like, I feel like if any other group released it, because, like, there are songs on here where, like, if any other group released it, it wouldn't have been as big of a hit. But then there are songs on here where I'm like, no, if any other group released it, it would have still been a hit. Permission to Dance is one of the former ones. Like, if, say, I don't know, even if it's like 17 released Permission to Dance, like, it wouldn't have charted well because people would have said it was boring. And it is boring, and that's why it's going in Sleepy Headache. I'm trying to balance this out so that I don't have, like, a bunch of songs from the same artist left. So let's knock out a New Jeans while we're here. Ditto. Ditto can be acceptable. I think Ditto's an acceptable song. I think it's one of the few good New Jeans songs out there. So it does have that going for it. Plus, like, it is a massive hit. But, like, as a song itself, I wouldn't say it's great. I wouldn't even say it's good. I would say it's acceptable. Let's do a Tooks song next. I Know I Love You or Loser Lover. Let's go I Know I Love You. I Know I Love You, I See the Vision. Honestly, Loser Lover, while we're here, they're both going in I See the Vision. Because I see the vision for both of them. Like, I get that Tooks was in their rocker phase. I just wasn't the biggest fan of the sound or Bungyu's hair. And since he is my favorite member, that did hurt me a little bit. So yeah, like, I see the vision, but I don't really like it. Left and Right. I'm going to piss off a lot of girlies potentially with this one. She's good. Left and Right is not my favorite 17 song. I actually think it's a bit generic, if you ask me. And I'm not the biggest fan of it. Like, it's not a bad song, don't get me wrong. I did also listen to 17's entire discography the other day. Having a desk job gives me so much time to listen to music, it's not even fair. But, like, Left and Right isn't a bad song. It's just more generic than most 17 titles. Okay, I think this is the last. No, it's not. We're gonna do On first. On Sleepy Headache. Yeah. I don't like On. Bangtan, hear me out. This is gonna be my hot take of the video of the many that are here. Bangtan hasn't released a truly great song other than Dynamite since, I would say, Boy With Love, which isn't ideal, but, like, as you can tell, a lot of the Bangtan songs are centered in the lower half of this tier list because I don't like them. And On is, like, the penultimate version of that. Not penultimate, it's the, I guess, oh god, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know anymore. But, like, it's not good. It's really boring, and I don't love it. Let's do Black Eye next. I'm weak for Black Eye. I'm so sorry, but, like, Black Eye to me has this messy boots quality to it that I just am obsessed with. It's also absolutely in his Avril era, like Hansel in his Avril Lavigne era here, and I have to support it. So yeah, she's quite iconic. Let's see, are there any other songs that I feel like I have fun opinions about? We can do Butter next, why not? Butter's acceptable. I used to think it was better than Dynamite. I have since changed my mind on that fact. Like, it's acceptable. I don't think it's great. I don't think it has any life to it, but I do think it's acceptable. While we're doing acceptable songs, Blessed Cursed, also acceptable. I would have put her in I See the Vision or potentially Sleepy Headaches, but then Future Perfect came out, and as we know from where I've put Future Perfect, I don't like it. So, and I do like Blessed Cursed more than that, so I would say she's acceptable. Oh god, we're running out. We're almost done. Should we do Fearless or Oh My God? Let's do Oh My God first. Oh My God is also acceptable. I think it's slightly better than Ditto. Not by much. I just think it has, like, a little bit more, but it's not enough to be good. So it can be acceptable. Alright, I have been saving New Thing by Zico for, like, this entire video because Shiny Level Slide. I love that song. I adore that song. I spent, like, a week listening to that song on loop the entire time, which means I've heard that song several hundred times because it's not that long. I love it so much. It's like a problem how much I enjoy that song because there's no logical reason I should like it that much. It's like, it manages to hit so perfectly in ways I can't describe, and it's absolutely a Shiny Level slay. Let's do Fearless next. Fearless, I can't decide between she's good and quite iconic. She's been growing on me, so I'm going to put her in quite iconic. It's been managing to give a lot as of late. Like, when I was watching all the year-end performances, I was really into Fearless. And yeah, she can be quite iconic. She's no Shiny Level slay. She's no anti-TTT fragile. But she is quite iconic. Last but not least, we have Rock With You. absolute shiny level slide. That is 17's best title. I have been obsessed with that song since the first minute I heard it. It brought tears to my eyes when I first heard it. I love it with all my heart and soul. Like, it is very possibly, let me look at the rest of the Shiny Level Slay songs. Yeah, I would say Rock With You is probably my favorite. It can be the very first one. It is probably my favorite HYBE single released potentially ever, but definitely this decade. So yeah, absolute Shiny Level Slay. And yeah, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this tier making video because even if you hated it, there's gonna be more coming because I have visions for it. So get ready for that. But until then, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe if you want to or don't. I'll be okay either way. And comment your thoughts on my various rankings. Comment what you wanted to place things as. I will link this tier list, by the way, in the description. I should have mentioned that earlier. It will be in the description if you want to do it yourself, so you can if you so choose. Otherwise, that's all I got. But yeah, you can also follow me on Twitter if you want to hear more from me, @s_. I'll link that in the description along with the tier list. And yeah, thank you again for watching. Bye!